Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing burgundy with gold, official weight 111.8 kilograms or 246 1/2 pounds. His professional record, 47 victories, including 42 knockouts, with 3 defeats. From Kiev, Ukraine, the 2-time world heavyweight champion, the reigning and defending IBF, IBO, heavyweight champion of the world, the Steel Hammer, Dr. Vladimir Klitschko.
You both received my instructions in the dressing room. Obey my commands. Protect yourself at all times. All right, let's touch gloves. I expect a good, clean fight. Go.
Vladimir Klitschko believes that Austin's only chance is to come out and try to catch me. Is that what Austin has in mind?
Lennox, I'm reminded of the night in Madison Square Garden when a vastly less experienced Michael Grant, equally your size, in fact 2 inches taller, actually went after your chin in the first round. You took a couple big shots. Ultimately, the strategy backfired against him. Let's see if that's what Austin will try to do.
Yes, Austin seems like he just wants to give Vladimir some movement and show him some different angles right now before mounting an attack. Well, at any second, Vladimir's got a right hand that comes out like a torpedo, so Ray better watch it.
Austin has been in the past, by his own admission, a relatively stationary fighter. Says that one of the things he's been learning with new trainer Stacy McKinley is the movement and the chance to use his feet a little bit. Obviously trying to show that in the first round to perhaps initially nullify the Klitschko jab. Once Austin settles in on his feet, Vladimir can be expected to go to work trying to pump the jab. It's what set up knockouts against both Bird and Brock. There's a left hook from Klitschko, an early use of that punch, which he throws perhaps better than most other fighters in the division. Austin pawing with the jab. Klitschko may look for a chance to counter over it.
Well, it looks like he's setting something up right now. He's setting Austin up with a jab, a left hook, which is a great punch for him because Austin doesn't really keep his hands too high. And anytime Austin throws a left hook or a jab, that right hand kind of drops to the side of his face a little bit.
Austin flicking his jab out, but well short of Klitschko's distance. Klitschko stuffs his jab into Austin's grill.
See what happens in situations like this. Klitschko's throwing that jab, which is going to hurt him. And Austin's going to say, listen, I don't like that jab. And he's going to put his hand up to protect against it. Then Klitschko's going to come around with a left hook.
Vladimir able to snap his jab into Austin's face early. Austin has been short with his jab. Austin tries a left hook. Vladimir partially blocks it with the right hand. Klitschko very focused in the first 2 minutes. None of the kind of drift that we saw, for instance, against Corey Sanders the night that he was knocked out before an adoring crowd here in Germany. Now Austin begins to find his range, stepping in just a little bit to land a right hand to the body. Earlier he landed a jab. Gets the jab into Klitschko's face again.
Klitschko is, I should say, Austin's been a little bit successful with a light jab, trying to outbox someone who everyone believes is the better boxer.
Vladimir's showing some good patience here. Maybe he should pick up his jab just a little bit more, but showing good poise and patience. Doesn't waste too many shots. He doesn't like to waste too many shots like any heavyweight does, but he's very successful and very accurate with it.
3 of the last 4 fights have gone the distance for Ray Austin, so he's not unaccustomed to going 12 rounds. Vladimir Klitschko would seem to have won that round fairly easily on the scorecards.
His speed can't match your speed. Totally in a different class. You got any butter or something on it? Okay. His speed is just so slow. You're starting to get to him with the hook here. Just start picking it up a little bit more. These 2 right here, he'll never see the right hand because he's getting frustrated because every time he's trying to go, you're going back. Now he's kind of hesitating. Start working to him a little bit more with this your hand, okay? Just get busy with your left hand. And the other's the right hand, he'll never see it. but start working, okay? Don't get over anxious. You're doing all right? Keep stepping with that double jab. Put that straight right hand to the body sometime, all right? Okay, relax. There ain't nothing to it. Give me that.
Nothing to it but to do it.
Okay? Y'all boxing that round. This guy's slow. But watch it, because he's going to try to crack his left hook right hand, all right? Let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Stacey McKinley trying to convince his fighter that Vladimir Klitschko's slow. McKinley well aware of what Emmanuel Stewart's cooking up in the other corner, where Stewart was saying, get busy with the left hand, set up the right, and Austin will never see it. So far, Vladimir Klitschko hasn't thrown a single right hand. Austin's corner not asking for too much offensively. Just want him to try to land a double jab, maybe get in a right hand to the body. Klitschko being cautious as he approaches toward a closer distance. Vladimir mixing the hook with the jab, still throwing exclusively the left hand.
Now, I've always said that Vladimir has great footwork. In this fight, you don't really see it yet because he's on a prowl right now. He's just trying to set up Ray Austin to try and lower that torpedo-like right hand he's got.
There's a big left hook from Klitschko, and the second left hook knocks Austin down.
And that's the left hook I was telling you about. Sets it up with a jab, and then he comes across with a left hook. I don't think Ray Austin's going to beat the count. It's over.
Is done on two left hooks from Vladimir Klitschko, who never once had to unleash his right hand in the fight. And Larry Merchant, you suggested Austin was outclassed. That turns out to be prophecy.
Yeah. Regarding the left hand of Klitschko, too much of a good thing, as Mae West said, is a good thing.
And you know, if Klitschko didn't hit him with that left hand, that right hand was coming. So, you know, that's his arsenal. A great left jab, hard left jab, which keeps you occupied. Then he throws that left hook, which has just amount the same power, even more power. And if Ray Austin would have caught that on his glove, that right hand was definitely coming across.
How do you account for Austin, a guy who went the distance in 3 of his last 4 fights against Donald, Beck, and Ibragimov, going down on 2 left hooks, and Klitschko didn't even seem to really unload on those punches?
No, I mean, you know, I said it was a relatively easy fight for Vladimir, and it was. But mentally, the fight is always hard because you never know what the other guy's going to bring. You know that the other guy is going to have the biggest fight of his life, and this is his big chance, and he's the underdog, and he's going to take some chances out there. So.
But he wouldn't take the chances.
No, he didn't take the chances.
Lennox, he refused to take the chance. Everybody thought, well, maybe he can catch him.
Let's take a look now at the double left hook. Boom. There's the first one. I think Austin's gone after that. The second left hook gets into his face. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there are actually 4.
There was 5.
Yeah.
Well, with a glancing blow on the 5th. I give him credit for a double left hook. I think Austin's basically gone after the first one, wouldn't you say, Lennox?
Yeah, he was hurt from the first one. And, you know, Vladimir set that up pretty good because if you look at where Austin was on the ropes, you know, he had no way of getting out of the way of that because the ropes was behind him.
Jim, as I said earlier, his triumph was just getting here.
An unlikely genesis for Ray Austin to make it to a title shot after not having turned professional until age 28. We mentioned the left hook is a punch that Vladimir Klitschko throws perhaps better than anyone else in the division. Austin was clearly looking for right hands and seemed never to really see that coming, Lennox.
Right. I mean, it's a situation where, you know, you have limited talent and you're up against a guy that has a lot of talent, and this is his house, really, and you're just really glad that you got a chance to get here. And these kind of situations, you have to try and take advantage of it. It's all or nothing. If you're in this kind of situation, you have to go for it.
What about a sport where you knock out Calvin Brock in November, you take a couple months off,